Alright, we're back and ready to continue our adventure. Time to go down the secret passage. And find... Oh. Oh.
What? Who dares disturb the exile of Thunderstone?
Forgive me, Your Highness. I had no choice but to.
Quiet. This insolence is unforgivable. The violation of my ancient right for solitude in exile is not broken so easily. Your life hangs in the balance, stranger. Speak quickly, lest you taste of the fury of Harrow.
Wait a moment. I come here with the blessing of your son.
My son, Randver, he would dare permit such an affront? I've come here to writhe upon the blade of my sorrow, to live the 1,000 deaths by the ancient right of kings. These laws are passed down through the mountain from the beginning of remembered time. Your life is forfeit to them, as is my own. Do you understand?
Stop! I've come with news of the Black Mountain clan.
What? How do you know? Speak quickly. Your life still hangs in the balance.
Fine. I have a story to tell.
I've no words, no words. My crime, it seems, is even more heinous than I thought. I deserve much worse than this mere isolation.
What the exactly fucking happened?
In all the time since the judgment was passed, I have never spoken of it. My shame has held my tongue. It seems that very shame shall now, finally, bring the betrayal to light.
These elves who approached you, who were they?
A delegation of elves sent from the Silver Lady herself. They came not long after Bates had built his first steam engine. Technology in the hands of the human had spread and advanced at an alarming rate, and the elves were hit first and hardest.
How? What exactly has the spread of technology done to the pussy-ass little tree huggers?
Their forests were being cleared with the help of technology. Massive steam-powered clear-cutters. The oldest groves, towering and untouched for thousands of years, were being destroyed without prejudice. I saw much of this with my own eyes. The ancient forest of Morbahan is little more than a graveyard now.
Why did technology spread so fast among the humans?
There are many reasons. Humans, in comparison with the other races, live such short lives. Because of this, I believe that every human action is motivated through fear. The fear of death. You would think that this was a relative issue, that humans would learn to live with this limitation and accept it. This is not true.
And
Therefore, humans, when confronted with any situation, see it through the veil of their own mortality. Achieve, advance, perform. Humans are constantly driven by the shadow of their own death. This fear, unfortunately, clouds their judgment, deadens their sense of right and wrong. Humans act first, think later, and feel last of all.
And in terms of technology...
When Bates was given a look at our technology, he was overcome. As a human, his first thought was, what can I use this for? When it should have been, what is the cost of its use? Technology exploded in their hands because they are not burdened with our longevity. Humans rarely live long enough to see the consequences of their mistakes.
You mentioned the Silver Hooker. Who is she?
The Silver Lady is Mother Queen to the elves. She is very old, much older than I, and very powerful in the ways of magic.
Which will be useless against my technology! Haha! And let me guess, she was angered by what happened to the forest because she's a tree-hugging hippie elf.
The delegation told me that she was extremely hurt and angry about the damage that had been done. According to them, because of her age and power, she was hurt the most by the clearing. Her connection to the forests was strongest of all.
Have you ever spoken to her directly?
No. I'm not sure if any but elven eyes have ever been laid upon her. Over the years, we have corresponded through messengers. Elves and dwarves are very different, and we tend to stay away from one another. But our relationship, as culturally strained as it may be, has always been civil. We don't necessarily understand one another, but we've always respected the differences.
Where does she live?
In Kintara, the oldest city of the elves, somewhere within the Glimmering Forest.
What are the major differences between dwarves and elves, besides tree hugging and height?
I've said before that there is a strong connection between living things and magic, and the magic flows the most strongly in the veins of elves. Dwarves are very different. We feel a strong connection to the earth, but in another way. We love those things which are eternal, unchangeable. Earth, stone, metal. In those things are strength, but not life as you know it.
And the elven delegation? What did they demand of you?
They said that if the Black Mountain clan was not punished, there would be war. War. I told them that a punishment was already being decided upon, and that we, as dwarves, would deal with them. They refused. They claimed rights as the afflicted, and therefore as the judges. They agreed that exile was a suitable punishment, but they wanted to be the vessel of that retribution.
Are the elves a warlike people? Is it in their nature?
No. I know that there
They
was
are
a time
pussies.
of violence many years ago among the elves. But from what I know of them, they are a very rational, peace-loving people. They know that ultimately, war benefits no one. I was very surprised when they came and threatened it.
I see. There seem to be some inconsistencies here. It's probably that Eridax faggot.
Yes. The more we talk about it, I begin to get the same feeling. Yes, the elves would have been angry, but would they really have threatened war? Morbahan was a tragedy, but directly affected none of the elven communities. Perhaps my fear blinded me to such things before. And now this mystery. Where are the dwarves of the Black Mountain clan?
What is it you feared, Logair? Or whatever the hell your name is. Why did you agree to the terms?
I am very old, stranger. You may know nothing of me, but believe me when I tell you that I've seen enough dwarven blood spilled to fill 1,000 lifetimes. Have you any idea what it would mean for there to be a war between the elves and the dwarves? Arcanum itself would not survive the conflict. And I was so very tired of filling tombs with the bodies of my people.
But
Nothing. I chose to spare the dwarves, the world, the price of such a war. What was one clan's honor in comparison with the sheer cataclysm that would result otherwise? You ask what right they had? None. They merely forced a choice, and I chose the path of least resistance, the least pain. That was my betrayal, stranger.
what do you mean? You were merely acting out of concern.
But that is the point. I am king of the dwarves. It is my responsibility to lead them, to protect them. But most importantly, it is my responsibility to defend their honor, their dwarven honor. By allowing my own fear or concern, regardless of how justified that fear might be, to overshadow their honor was an unforgivable transgression.
Well, being a king isn't always easy.
Even as king, the choice is never mine as to whether even one dwarf is stripped of his honor. I should have brought this to the people, or just flatly refused from the beginning. I was a coward, a failure, and this exile is my punishment. Given the choice now, I would have waged war against all of Arcanum to uphold the honor of that foolish little clan.
I know. That's because your stone is still true.
What? What do you know of the nature of dwarven stone? You, an outsider? How could you possibly know of such things?
Randover put his faith in me. Perhaps you could as well.
Perhaps, but you are not even a dwarf. These are beliefs and concepts it takes a lifetime to reconcile. How could you possibly begin to understand how I feel?
I know that it is difficult to live by both stone and shape.
Yes, I know. I've thought long and hard about this. Dwarven stone tells me that any transgression against our honor is unthinkable. But my shape, as king, as their father, told me to protect them. I'd shouldered so much of their pain, I could do it no longer.
But isn't part of life defining that shape? Learning from mistakes?
Yes. Your words sound true, stranger. I know that no man is flawless. But I also know that each man's load to bear is different. A larger load carries more responsibility. Mine is heaviest of all. Therefore, the price for my betrayal must be the most costly.
What is the nature of that betrayal?
The nature of the betrayal? I failed my people. Isn't that what is most important here? The betrayal was against their stone. It seems, sadly, that my own stone is flawed.
Failure is not one of stone, but of shape. Don't you see?
You shame me, stranger. Your words are harsh, but undeniably true. Perhaps you are correct, but it doesn't change what I've done, nor the price I need to pay. It is best if you just leave an old dwarf here to rot. It is your place to right this wrong.
No, you must pay the price. I cannot do this for you.
How then? How can I do so?
You must return to your people. Be true to stone and shape.
By Alberic, you are right. I've been blinded by my own shame and not seen the true betrayal. I've betrayed myself and my people along with me. I shall return, stranger. I shall be king. By the name of Thunderstone, I swear it.
I'm so very glad, but I still need information.
Of course. I'll do anything within my power to help you.
The elves that came to you, where are they hiding so that I might go burn their forest down and shoot them in the face?
As I said, they were supposedly sent from the Silver Lady. I know very little of them. But I do have a name. Perhaps that will be enough for you to uncover this mystery.
And target?
The delegation was sent by someone named Mingorad, and I had many correspondences with this elf. Here is a letter that was sent to me by him.
And where can I find this target?
I'm unsure. The entire situation reeks of deception. I would tell you to seek him in Kintara, but I don't even know if the delegation was sent from there or not. Regardless, you may want to begin your search there. The Silver Lady might know of this Mingorad.
And where is Quintara?
I don't know, unfortunately. The location of Kintara is a well-guarded secret, but I do know it lies within the Glimmering Forest. The small town of Stillwater lies near the edge of that forest. Perhaps there you might find someone who knows where it is. Here, I'll mark your map with Stillwater's location.
Oh, that's why I couldn't fucking find Stillwater. It's a plot point. Thank you, asshole. I will do my best to find out the truth and murder it.
Wait. I'm much to blame for this situation. My fear and cowardice have helped in bringing about this tragedy. I feel I must do something to help you. Please, take Harrow, the first axe of my family. Its blade strikes true and deep in the hands of the righteous, especially if those hands are dwarven. Within it is the strength of the Thunderstones. I give it to you.
I will put it to good use. Unfortunately, my dwarf is rotting in my inn room back in Shrouded Hills, but, yeah. I'll put it to
I'm
good
sure you
use.
will. Godspeed on your quest, my friend. And if you do find out what happened to the Black Mountain clan, return to me. I would be very interested in finding out what really happened to them. Very interested.
I just might do that. Adios. Now the naked dwarf goes around. I'm back, assholes!
What is it that you wanted?
Virgin, do you have the axe? No, you don't. Do you have the axe? No, you don't. Do you have the... Why do you have a rusty... You don't have it. Yeah, I constructed a repeater rifle. Meh. I don't really... Yeah. It eats ammo up. It's... Yeah. Where's the axe at? You said you were gonna give me the axe of fucking... oh, there's that white scarf. Well, I didn't get the axe? Oh, wait a second.
What is it that you wanted?
Machined hammer. No, he's using the power axe. Where'd he go?
Greetings. It's good to see you again. Well, good luck to you then. And return here if you do find out.
Where's the axe? I'll give you the axe of bullshit. No, you didn't. Just checking something. And... You seem upset with me, Jaina. Oh, you want some sweet cakes? Well, thank goodness I have some here. She takes them from you, eating them in one bite. You'll join me again. Sounds like a grand idea. I just had to see how that worked. No, he doesn't really change all that much. He didn't change at all, actually. What the fuck? Oh, he must have picked the clothes up, that's why. Anyway, there's stuff we could be doing down here, but... Well, I talked my way past the dungeon, I guess. Pisses me off that apparently the first axe of the dwarves just, you know, fucking vanished into the ether. Why, hello, Stillwater. Do you know how much time I spent looking for you? You fucking assholes. I knew it was there! I have an Adobe file that came with the GOG download that has all the locations marked on it. And I mean, I had the telegram saying, go to Stillwater. It's like, okay, well, I can't go to Stillwater. Who the fuck are you? You're the blacksmith? Alright, what service do you provide? Barter. Oh. The fuck? Envenomed sword. Poison damage 10 to 35. Get the fuck out of here. Go away. In fact... You wouldn't leave me alone. Jaina. Join me?
No, I disapprove of your methods.
You seem upset. What can I do for you?
Well, it's not that I'm ungrateful that you invited me along, but I'm not very happy with the way you've been acting. Of course, I've always been partial to sweet cakes. If you happen to have some, everything might look a little better.
Oh, thank goodness I have some right here, then. She takes them from you, eating them in one bite.
Ah, let's get moving, shall we?
So you'll join me again?
Yes, it sounds like a grand idea. As long as you keep buying me chocolate and shit.
Yes, indeed. Wait. Plot! And... explosives materials. You need something? I believe that Joachim has left something for me.
Ah, yes, he left some things for you. Now, where did I put them?
Oh, yes, I recall. Now, here you are. Thank you. Something else? Where is the elven city of Quintara, or whatever?
I'd love to find out.
Exquisite lumbering. I'm grateful. Really? Joachim, whatever. Wait, no, we're... Alright. What the fuck is this? Nogare, the judgment of the Black Mountain Clan has been passed. Make certain they are at the appointed meeting place at the agreed upon time. I speak with the authority of the Silver Lady, Queen of the Bitches. If all conditions are not met, we will next meet upon the field of battle. In which case, our pussy elven magic will falter against your superior dwarven technology. Because, fuck knows, magic doesn't like working on me, and I'm just wearing fucking mechanical full plate and have a giant fucking cannon. And, I don't know, fucking night vision goggles. I'm Sam Fisher. The men trying to kill you seem to be the remnants of the Malokian Hand, who long ago were assassins for the Order of the Dead, Darian Ka. I found this ancient but incomplete text concerning their history. They don't seem to be bad fellows, perhaps just a bit misdirected. Things are too dangerous right now. I wouldn't have even had you come here. I'll find you, Joachim. Lost histories of the Malokian Hand, your separation from the Order of the Dead, mystery, translations of the scrolls of Trelia, first assassin of the Hand, writings of the great necromancer were found by me, madness, abominations, evil of man, Grey Legion, we have one of those with us. Obviously, the doctrinal differences between bullshit, necromancers, blah blah blah. Writings of Terelia, some sort of personal journal. One of the scrolls also refers to the Master's place of dark secrets set among the stones. Kurgan's lost laboratory. Blah, 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 blah.
What do you need?
Oh. Well, I was going to say...
Excuse me, that book is interesting, don't you think? It seems that these Malokian hand assassins were part of some larger group called the Darien Ka. What did he call them? The Order of the Dead. Obviously, these fellows all had some sort of a disagreement.
Yes, Joachim thinks that they're not all evil.
Not all that bad. Ha! Obviously, Joachim hasn't run into them lately. That fellow Trellian did sound like an agreeable sort, though, didn't he? Anyone who chooses to side against something called the Order of the Dead is all right in my book.
You mean the first assassin, Trellian?
Yes, you've got a point there. I'm sure the man was no saint. And again, who really is? We've all got, well, blood on our hands. In the end, we all just play the roles given us. Sometimes they don't fit so well, but I guess we make do.
You and I know a lot about that, it seems.
Yes, I'd never have thought myself worthy of this affair, and I shouldn't be making judgments about anyone's character. I think I'd best just keep my bloody mouth shut.
I've been saying that since the beginning of the fucking LP, Virgin.
Listen, there's something that happened to me. Well, because of me, because I was foolish, because I was a coward. Burdens like mine, they don't go away. They always come back to collect what is due them. Someday the balance will have to be paid.
The fuck are you babbling about?
No, I shouldn't have said anything about it. As I've said, the past is in the past.
Well, what do you think we should do now?
I don't know. I was hoping that Joachim would be here to give us a little guidance. It seems we've been running blind without the reins, doesn't it? I guess we should just stick to the task at hand.
Sounds good to me, until I see more optional dungeons in the horizon. Let's go!
Yes, the day's not getting any younger.
And yes. Come on, Hooker. Let's go. What the holy Christ, fuck, damn, hell, shit, piss, damn, what the fuck? Fuck off. May I ask you a question? What do you know about Kintara? He lives a bit north of Falling Hammer. Thank you. Thirsty soul. What do you know, friend? Sure. It's built on the I'm going to shoot you. Oh. Yay, I guessed it did right. I didn't have to kill him. Or reload. What do you know? Sure. Making swords? Caledon, that's where all the... No, no, I'm right. I have the gun! Alright. Newsworthy? Stillwater... Cult of Geshishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishishish. Hello, Glitchy McOgre. Hey, you're that fellow that survived the blimp crash. Yeah, that was me. You can't hide from us! We are the Malokian Hand! Ow, my face!
I mean, good hit, sir.
You can't... Ooh! Wow, that's actually an interesting looking weapon there, Sonny. You're the fella that survived the blimp crash. Hell yeah! Oh, hey, thanks. Experience. Good ogre. It's good on ya, McOgre fuck. They handed me out the experience and all. Disfigured blind hermit. Eyes cut out. Halt! Don't you know I can smell your presence, foolish one? Greetings, sir. Who are you? You actually thought you were capable of catching me unaware, didn't you? Who sent you? I mean you no harm. Could you tell me your name? Names. Of what import are they? Merely a tool our enemies utilize to destroy us? What is the name that will be your own undoing? I'm known as Xavier. Might I ask yours? Why have you come to bother an old blind man, Xavier? Did he send you to finish me off? Did he? I know not of what you speak. No one sent me. He has never found me, you know, and he never will. Not me. The Master of Dodge is too crafty for the likes of Stout. Never. Master of the Dodge? You're the Dodge Master? You know not of whom you speak, fool. I'm Adkin Chambers, Master of the Dodge. Might I ask you a question, Mr. Chambers? What is it? I must be going. Okay, Dodgy McDodgerson's in there. Oh, hey. Well, there's a house up here. Well, that's intriguing. We'll get there later. Hello? Hello? Ooh. Passion root. Alright, everybody spread out and look for herbs and shit. A devastatingly beautiful woman seems to swallow you with her eyes.
How delightful, a traveler. Welcome to Stillwater. It's a wondrous day, is it not?
You're in quite a good mood, aren't you?
It is so kind of you to say so, but I know I am not being as loving as our goddess wishes. I must apologize for being so down today. Someone has obviously gone and stolen the idol of our beloved goddess Gestiania, the Lady of the Vine, and with the festival so close.
I could try and find it for you. What would the reward be?
If you were to return our idol, the goddess would bestow her blessing upon you.
And this blessing would do what for me?
The blessing from our goddess would fill your heart with so much joy that you would appear more beautiful to those around you. I have been amply blessed by the goddess, as you can see. Our goddess is a powerful one. Simply possessing the idol itself will make you more appealing to others.
I see. You have yourself a deal.
Bless you, brother.
She gently caresses your face for the briefest of moments. Can you tell me about Stillwater?
Stillwater is love and harmony. Everyone is welcome.
I am departing now. I'll be leaving. So... quest to presumably get, like, permanent beauty bonus. Which is probably gonna piss off fucking Torian. You're too good! Greetings, little shit of a halfling. What is your name? Gildor Nightwalk. Xavier! Any rumors for me, sir? No one knows more about the Stillwater giant than Stanley Hippington. He lives in a small cottage north of town. I'm in your debt. Do you have any work? Work, eh? I do not think you're up to the task I would have you do. It's no simple task. It requires great stealth to complete. You don't have the look of a thief about you. Perhaps I am more stealthy than I appear. I'm going to tell you a story. The tale will give you greater insight to the task you're going to attempt. So please be patient and listen. Proceed! I am listening. As a youth, I was pressed into service by a group of travelers. They were a rowdy, barbarous lot, seeking to gain wealth and reputation while adventuring through the land. I found my place among them, for at times stealth was called upon, and this was my greatest ability. Alright. As time progressed, I proved to them that I was no mere impressed servant, and became a valued member of the group. We adventured together for several years, following old tales, discovering lost treasures. It was a rich and wild time in my life. He gets lost in his thoughts. Uh-huh. One fateful day we were lazing about, recovering from our last adventure. We had just cleared out a cavern full of lizard men that had been terrorizing the local community. Deep in the back of the cave, we discovered an unmarked chest sealed tight. When we collected our fee from the local magistrate, we conveniently failed to mention the chest. Uh-huh. It took Nightfire, a half-breed elven member of the troop, nearly 2 days to spring the lock and open the chest. Since Nightfire was an expert with the lock, there was much anticipation and speculation done over the supposed contents of the box. Go on. Inside the chest, we were disappointed to find only a few coins, several interesting baubles, and a book. As I was the only literate member, I was given the book to review. Here, I still have the book. Why don't you read it yourself? Tell me when you have finished and continue. I will, thank you. Apparently I can't pick up the fucking book, though. Because I have passion root. Which is a food of some kind, which I'm... I don't like you! Here, have some passion root. Okay. One of my sons, Callan, has been wounded in the woods has wandered off into the woods to play. I set out to find him. He'd been gone. Wonder, but not normally this like the time. Tracked him deep into the woods, farther than I or anyone I know has ever ventured before. Moved deeper into the unknown. Came to an area where the hairs on the base of my neck began to stand on end. The air seemed to cool. The sounds of the forest ceased to exist. Hit Callan's tracks continued, so I pressed onward, calling out to him. Then I saw, in a clearing, silent and haunted, scattered through the clearing were several large stones positioned as if to have meaning. I believe they had arcane writings carved upon them, but could not discern them from my distance. Center of these stood an altar, and upon that was the largest ruby I've ever beheld. It was several moments before I could take my eyes from it, so mesmerizing was the jewel. It was then that I noticed Callan not far off to the side. As I watched, he began to run towards the altar. It appeared he was intent on gaining the ruby. I shouted for him to wait, but he paid me no heed. Before I could stop him, Callan passed by the first marked stone. As he did so, a most unnatural beast burst forth from the ground. He cried out in terror and turned to flee, but the horror was upon him. The beast killed him before I even had taken a step back toward me. A look of absolute terror frozen onto his face. I stood powerless, frozen in fear as the apparition and macabre scene before me. Ha ha, you let your kid die. Oh, the horror. Yeah, I moved towards the beast. Instead, I ran from the most accursed place as fast as my feet would carry me. I was forced to leave my precious Callan where you lie, and I never found the courage to return. I warned the surrounding farmers of the horror in the woods. All children were forbidden from venturing far from home from that day forward. I can only pray the beasts are tied to that wicked place and will never be let loose upon us. It's been years since that dreadful day. Many have forgotten what had happened. Yet I still mourn for the loss. Because you were too fucking pussified to save him. Old, shoot and die. A lead record warning anyone who might venture too deep into the haunted woods. Beware, let no other souls be consumed by the beast of the jewel.